Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? Where were we? Where were we gone? Did the government take us away? Well, it's none of the above. In short, um, life happened in the way. There's a rather a couple family crisis on my end that I had to tend to, and a few other things that just kept coming into the mix, and thus we are here. But we're back, and that's all that counts.
Yeah, I mean, well, I was I was abducted by aliens, so I mean,
That's
I was off world for a little bit.
That explains a lot. That really does explain a lot. You've been
Yeah,
very strange recently,
you
so
know, yeah. Oddly enough, I'm a lot more happier and yeah, I'm looking at life in a very um, Kubrick or Terrence Malick in a Terrence Malick type of way.
yeah, you seem far more enlightened now than you did before.
Life gets you jaded, man.
That's true. Like it just sucks, When the older you get, the more cynical you get, and everyone's always asking, "Yo, Mike, why are you always so angry? Why are you always so bitter?" Like, have you not looked and see what's going on out there? It sucks.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you know, man.
There's monkeypox too, man. Like, yeah, was COVID just foreplay? Is that what's going on?
No, now it's the skin irritation, man.
Yeah.
Fucking I know, dude. You know it's so weird lately. I haven't been you know, oh man, it's the fucking it was like with the lockdown, with the pandemic, with like
Yeah.
the no contact on things like I don't know if you feel this, but cuz naturally I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
And so being around bigger crowds now is like even harder, and trying to interact with people, trying to be around like I don't know, even people I've known for years. It's like it's still so weird, and I don't know. It's just like it's such a weird feeling, man. I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's. I have a feeling this is going to change a lot of people. Like some people will be genuinely uncomfortable going to the movies, concerts, even like shopping malls in rush hour. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So, well, here we are, well past the second year anniversary. I genuinely predict there's gonna be another year to this shit. At the end of the day, COVIDians just need to get vaccinated so we can
Mhm.
finally move on to something normal. And that's assuming if Putin doesn't fuck up the rest of the world either.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. As long as we don't get into a World War III or something like that. I mean, you know, I just watched a video on X-Men Days of Future Past, and you know what year that was set in? Was
What's that?
2023.
Of course it was.
And it
Of
looked
course it
fucked up,
was.
man. The world looked fucked up. uh, but
Uh,
yeah.
well, um, well, let's hope it doesn't come to that, or let's hope that history doesn't repeat itself and World
Hmm.
War II doesn't happen in 39
True. Yeah, that's true.
or World
But
War II, World War III. Yes, we're
yeah.
gonna repeat World War II again. So,
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yes, welcome everyone to Doesn't Make the Cut podcast.
does it make the cut? And we are back since February. And once again, thank you for your patience. To those of you who are still here, thank you. We missed you. We love you. Without further ado, Doctor Strange. Did it make the cut? That answers the $1 million question.
Yes. Did it make the cut, Mike? What was your overall thoughts, your feelings? Did it bring you away with something? Like, how did you feel about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
Spoilers. I'm going to make a little point here, so I'm going to be a little rambly, but I swear there's going to be a point. So when this movie
No worries.
first was first announced, and like the title alone, like it sounds like it really does pique at the interest. Multiverse of Madness, and yeah, I was generally curious. And after No Way Home, I thought it was just going to be just as good as a movie, but unfortunately, I can't help but feel like the movie was overhyped, and because of the movie was so overhyped, it really did sour the mood for me just a little bit. So in short, I have mixed feelings about it. I really do, but I'll elaborate more. What about you?
Yeah, honestly, I'm feeling a little bit of a mixed bag on it. Yeah, same thing. I was walking in, after the No Way Home hype, all of the Disney Plus series that last year, with WandaVision, with Loki, like, those that tackled more into that multi-universe storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, all right, and we saw some really cool things in the trailer, like with the Illuminati, for example. Yeah, it in certain moments it got me really good, but it also was I enjoyed the horror aspect that was in there. But yeah, I felt like you know it could have done more with the multi universe wise. So I'm feeling mixed.
Yeah, that's what I thought was missing too. Like like Multiverse of Madness. I thought we were going to see far more alternate realities, but at the end of the day, we were stuck in one reality. And I know like we are limited to like a budget and such, but something like this, I probably would have liked to see better. I would have liked to see in a Disney Plus show, just so they can fully explore fully explore the multiverse. That was for some reason really hard to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, no, I'm in full agreement, man. Like, I feel like it hit home in certain ways. Um, with Sam Raimi bringing his Sam Raimi-ness into it. Um, it did have a different. I'll say this. It did feel a bit different than previous Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the first Doctor Strange. I I'm not too I'm not too knowledgeable in like the like as Doctor Strange himself.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember watching. I think I gotta watch this first movie again, but like I remember like some really amazing visuals and going into different dimensions and shit like that. But yeah, so like as a character himself, I don't know, and I think what really um, derailed a lot of the stuff for me was the love story.
Yeah, there always has to be like a love hook in these movies. Sometimes it's detriment, other times it's endearing. It depends on how well it's handled. For the most part, I think Sam Raimi can handle romance fairly well. Like he's got a good track record in that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like Mary Jane in the original movies, she was kind of a garbage human being, but that's besides the point. Like that's a whole different rant in itself.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. It's funny. I was just thinking of that when I rewatched I rewatched that the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, and I didn't
Yeah,
realize. I was like, damn, like Mary Jane is not loyal at all in this.
she's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
So
Compared to the other Spider-Man interests. But um, for Doctor Strange's love interest, I mean, seems like a lot of people knew about this, like his interest. So a lot of things just kind of a little bit like confuse me. A lot of the things though, like the visuals, the Scarlet Witch herself, I think just freaking stole the show.
thank you for the good segue there. Um, I might be in the minority here, but while I liked Scarlet Witch as a character and I like what they did here. My issue with this is there wasn't too much of a transition between WandaVision and this one. Like in WandaVision, we seen that she had a it was kind of a redemption story where she realizes that she's been through a lot. She's going through a lot, and she knows that eventually she has to let go. But then she just kind of backtracked, and so we weren't shown this descent of her humanity, or not really humanity, this descent of desperation, and um, something. What am I trying to say? Um, descent of desperation. So because a lot of this was kind of off screen, it it feels a little cheap. I could be wrong. Y'all could shout at me in the comments, but that's how I feel.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see where you're going at that. Because yeah, they're after having her own series with WandaVision, and I mean, if you haven't seen that one yet, definitely everyone you should check that one out. It's pretty good. Um,
Hmm.
you get more of like the storyline of her and her kids and all that, but with uh, with this one, that's what I kind of felt like too, in a bit, because I mean when you first start off in the movie, like, um, what's her name? Uh,
Elizabeth Olsen.
no, the America Chavez. Um, she when she runs,
Oh shoot! I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
y-
America Chavez. Yep.
yeah, and she runs into Doctor Strange and Wong, and Strange goes and sees the Scarlet Witch,
Yeah.
and it's a scene that we see in the trailers and things like that, and then all of a sudden, like, she says one line of like knowing um, America Chavez's name, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Yeah, I've been looking for her," and I was like, "Wait, what?" It just felt,
Yeah.
it kind of felt quite underwhelming, um, and yeah, it all of a sudden, like, she was the baddie in the film, um, which I didn't mind, like, having her as the villain, but
Yeah.
yeah, I felt like there could have been a little bit more. I felt like it happened way too fast in a
I
way.
feel the same way. Because so I think this is why this is a big misstep here. What it feels like is if Thanos just showed up like right away, like right after Avengers, and then the big bad shows up. So right here, there should have been more of a gradual change, more build up toward the the descent of Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, we eventually, like, see more of that um, between her throughout the movie. Um, like, it almost feels like in every scene she just looks darker and darker.
Mm.
Um, but haven't I don't know, maybe having that build up a little bit more, like, it would have had a stronger effect. I mean, it went through, like, all of a sudden they were at they were trying to fight her off, and to me it just felt like that was like the first, like, less than 10 minutes, and I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, there's so much going on, like, so fast. And being a huge, like, comic fan and, like, Marvel fan, like, I don't know, it was a bit too much even for me.
Yeah, everything was just too much too soon. So pace, like, yes, one would argue pacing could be an issue. Um, but aside from that, acting, Benedict is phenomenal. Elizabeth Olsen, I think she could have used more time to see. My issue with her performance is that I think she's just too innocent looking. Like she's just too um she just looks too innocent to pull off Scarlet Witch. Like, is she as bad as the last villain in WandaVision where it's just this mustache twirling one dimensional villain? No, absolutely not. Like, Elizabeth Olsen's a fine actress in her own right.
Mm.
But um it feels like we're shitting on Elizabeth Olsen. We're not. So
I think what really got me is, I think, knowing, like, her main intention was clear. It definitely was just like the way she was, like, brought into just, like, being the main villain. Um, but I don't know, like, throughout the rest, like, I thought it was, like, pretty freaky. Like, um, when they were, like, when she was in, like, the mirrors and stuff, and she was, like, coming out of this mirror, and her, like, body got all fucked up. Like, there were some crazy intense scenes that she pulled off. The one where she goes to, like, a different universe, and it almost feels like a horror scene from, like, Insidious. When she first, like, sees her kids again.
yeah.
Um, with that scene, like, like, that was, like, I don't know, she brought it. And the big scene. Oh man, the big scene that I feel like she really captured it for me was when she took out the whole entire Illuminati. Like
Uh,
that scene was fucking
yeah,
brutal.
it was brutal. It was a little one sided. That was my issue. Like, I would like to see just a little more of a fight from everyone else. And the way Reed Richards died, like, Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
I didn't think Marvel. I didn't think you had it in you. So
Yeah, I didn't think they had it in them the way they freaking took out Black Bolt, man.
Black Bull, like yeah, him, like Black Bull, Captain Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah, big. I would have liked to see like Superior Iron Man. Like everyone really wanted to see that,
Oh
and
man.
yeah, again, like it's just a lot of hype that I think unfortunately did kill this movie. But performances, all in all, like Benedict Wong. Well, first of all, I didn't know he was British, so he hides his British accent really well.
Dude, he's so freaking damn entertaining, man.
He is, and I love the chemistry with him and well, they're both named Benedict, aren't they?
Yeah.
uh, okay, but I love the chemistry with Wong and Strange. Mordo coming back, I didn't expect that. Yeah, so overall, like performances, it was fine. Like it was all good. I would have liked to see more from Patrick Stewart and even John. Fuck, I can never say his name.
Krasinski.
Krasinski.
Mm.
Yeah, him. Like I would have liked to see more from them, but considering the length that they have to do, like from what we've seen for their demo reel for their first entry in the MCU, either way, it's got me excited that Fox is now in. Fox characters are in MCU now.
Oh yes, man. You know, as much as you know, yeah, I feel you there. Where they've could have added or had it a bit more, a little bit more longer. But yeah, I take it as yeah, a quick like sizzle reel of what is to come for the future when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to the Fantastic Four coming in, when it comes to the Inhumans, when it comes to the freaking X-Men, Captain Carter, like, you know, this, like, as much as, yeah, man, I wish we could have just had, like, different worlds, like, freaking, like, uh, America Chavez and Doctor Strange were, like, going through those different dimensions, which was a fucking
Yeah,
cool scene.
it
But
was.
imagine, like, if they, like, busted through and that's when you see, like, I don't know, the Fox, the original Fox X-Men, or like a bust through with Deadpool, and like you show all these like future lineups of things are to come, even if it's for just a quick second, you know. But it gets me excited though, knowing like this is just one universe, and that we know these characters are around. Like it's freaking amazing what the internet can do with fan casting, because he looked like John Krasinski as Reed Richards was like spot on with that fan casting photo that was going around.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the beard too, like that's freaking amazing. And Captain Carter too. Like I don't know, did you finish with the What If series?
Um, I have not. I've been. It's funny. Like I feel like I feels like I defected because I started watching Gotham recently.
Oh man, dude, man, you have to watch the What If, man. Because I was so glad to have seen that, because it like one thing that Doctor Strange did pull off was that it connected a lot to the What If series.
I have caught on to that. Zombie Strange and obviously Captain Carter, the poster child of the What If series.
Hell yeah, man.
Um, yeah. I will watch it eventually. Right now, I think I just need to be in the mood for it.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to pace myself Marvel Marvel IPs because I don't want to be Marvel fatigue. So, but anyways, I agree with everything you just said. What did you think about the action scenes?
You know, hmm, the action scenes. I there was with that what was that that big squid or the big octopus in the beginning.
Um,
I forgot
I
the.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that scene was pretty cool. Um, Everything else, I mean, yeah, besides the Illuminati, but like you said, like that was kind of a one-sided fight.
Yeah.
Um, the end scene, the end fight with Zombie Strange. Um, I mean, oh, actually, one that I found like a that I got really like a really good chuckle out was the uh, good Strange versus the evil Strange.
With the musics and the notes and
Yeah,
everything.
they had those like different
No,
music
that
notes.
was yeah, that was original. Like I really appreciate that. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I've never seen this before, and this is actually pretty cool. Because what we're used to is, like these highly telegraphed, highly rehearsed fight scenes where the whole thing feels more like a dance. And here we actually see some actual magic. Like it felt like, dare I say, a very bold claim here. The next generation's Harry Potter magic fight scenes.
Yeah, it definitely it striked some something else, and like yeah, like you said, like definitely pretty original too. Um, yeah, and to keep it in like with Benedict Cumberbatch like fighting himself. That's what I've been noticing that Marvel is doing a lot lately, is the double versions. Um, Dating all the way, you know, even towards Avengers Endgame. We see the double versions of each other, like with Cap versus Cap, and we saw that through Loki and like the new Moon Knight series.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool, like seeing one version of the actor against the other version of the actor. Um, yeah, I always think those are pretty trippy to play off of, especially when you're doing that with yourself, like you know fighting with yourself. So that's
Yeah, Cumberbatch really does show his range here,
mm,
playing three major Stranges, between Zombie Strange, the Evil Strange with the third eye, and obviously the Strange that we know.
the man
So,
bun.
the man bun one,
Oh, and then the
um,
Illuminati one.
Illuminati one, yeah.
He didn't have
So
facial hair for that one.
he didn't have any facial hair. The man's got depth. He knows what he's doing. We got a class A actor here that we are blessed to have as Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch was meant to be Doctor Strange, and I think it's gonna be a sad day when he retires, just like when Hugh Jackman retires, which he might come back. I have mixed feelings if he does come back because he went on such a good ending with Logan. So
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was kind of hinting at earlier was, what the future holds with all these properties going back to Marvel.
mm-hmm.
And I mean, oh dude, like the way like they brought even Patrick oh my goodness, I can't believe it.
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Um, the way they brought him in. I mean, and I know Hugh Jackman like has has mentioned a few times about he about how he wanted to like work with Ryan Reynolds like through like Deadpool, having a more like a proper Wolverine and Deadpool combo, and
Yeah.
certain things like that, even like wearing his like classic suit that we only saw like a snippet in like the Wolverine movie when he went to Japan. But I mean, if they brought back Patrick Stewart, man, and we saw him die for like the 500th time, like, like man, dude, each time they kill him off, it's so heartbreaking. Um,
I know, like, I know what Xavier is capable of. Like, I would think that he would have the know-how to at least go toe to toe with the Scarlet Witch. But so, final thoughts. Um, I have the rating here. I remember to have it on standby this time. So, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, unfortunately, because it was overhyped, and unfortunately, it does show in the box office numbers too. It has slightly dwindled, and it has not been the financial success No Way Home, and but that's besides the point. Unfortunately, I will have to give this a fine cut rating. It could have used a little more time to. It could have used some more time. It Some parts feel really rushed, and to fully explore the title itself, the Multiverse of Madness, this thing should have been a whole season of 9 episodes in total.
Yeah, that actually would have been really good. Like having it as like a mini
Yeah,
series on Disney Plus.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm right there with you, man. I believe, um, there were some amazing things that were presented and some um, things that were building blocks to um, future movies and TV shows. Um, but yeah, I believe what really at the end of the day, I feel like what definitely hindered this this movie was the overhype, um, the all the speculation, which in the theories, I get caught up in those theory YouTube videos and whatnot. And so, like with those like
Mm-hmm.
minor speculations on like, oh, who's this gonna be in there? Is Tom Cruise gonna be, Supreme Iron Man and things like that? Like it gets you in that mindset, and then when you don't see it, you disappoint yourself when it was never confirmed, it was never denied, like it was all just speculation. And
Mm-hmm.
so there was a like I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of speculation that I was coming into in this because it was called Multiverse of Madness, and there were people like saying like, "Oh yeah, Spider Man," and I actually told Lavana too. I told her I was like, "Yeah, I heard rumors that there might be Spider Man in here," and so
Yeah.
she got in like thinking that there was gonna be Spider Man, and that was the first thing like she told me. She was like, "What the hell? There's no Spider Man." I was like, "I know, fuck." I
Yeah.
was so choked too, but that's what the internet does, and that's what we do to ourselves. Like, that's why nowadays, especially with trailers and stuff, I try to go in just without seeing much. I feel like I've done that to myself like a few times now to Marvel and DC properties. Um, yeah, so at the end, I think I'm right there with you. I'm gonna have to give this a fine cut rating, which is like equivalent to what, like a 6 or 7 star.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So, end of the day, I mean, if you enjoyed it and if you thought like if you enjoyed the new Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I know this episode probably feels like we were we were uh, we were bringing a downer on this, but I
We had to keep our integrity. We want to be honest.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And in us reviewing this, our general thoughts and feelings, and keep in mind like, this is all subjective in our own thoughts and opinions. If you share those as well, we'll have a good conversation about it. If not, let us know down in the comments, or just let us know like if you like did you enjoy this movie. But yeah, overall, it didn't make the cut, but it makes the fine cut.
It makes the fine cut. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff. Enough whoring ourselves around, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.